Well, we're not going to have much of a recording because I forgot to turn it on, but
That's good.
Got any more pictures, Tom?
yeah, Billy's been putting those up. This is,
Yeah, no, those are ones Barry sent me about 2 weeks ago that I never got to show yet.
there we have Bear. There's Maynard again.
Right. Who's the guy to his right, banjo player?
Les Muscat.
That's Muscat.
Okay. Then Barry and
And we
Pete.
got Pete back there.
That must have been after David demoted him.
What?
Les Muscat. He used to
Oh.
be lead banjo.
Well, the story on that was you had Neil Undersail was the lead banjo player for years, a fine banjo player, good guy. But he wasn't putting on a show like, I guess, Roger and Fred wanted, so they got rid of Neil and they brought in Les Muscat. And Les Muscat was the best banjo player New Orleans ever saw. He was great. But he never spoke on the mic or sang or did anything, so they got rid of him after about a year. You know, got rid of him, and then they brought in Les Davies, another English guy named Les, who put on a show but stayed drunk. Peter?
Oh, geez.
He stayed drunk. So then they decided to hire Mike Gentry. Mike Gentry came in and stayed for a couple of years. And that's when I was being groomed to be a leader, I guess. I became the band leader. And we needed a sideman. So I talked to David. And I said, look, I want to use Les Muscat. And David said, if he's willing to do it, sure. So that's why Les Muscat started playing side to me. Now, that he was 100 times better banjo player than I was. But at the time, Roger and them, they wanted a show,
Yeah.
you know?
What was
What I could do is a show. I couldn't play the banjo worth a damn, but I could do a show, yeah.
what did Maynard used to sing? What was
Green
his?
grass at home. I can see clearly now the rain is gone.
Lucky old son.
Lucky old son. Hello, young lovers. Dear heart.
Yeah, it was Maynard was always fun to be around. Oops. All right, let's.
Yeah, Maynard had a whole bunch of songs. Somewhere Over the Rainbow. He used to sing that. He used to sing that Lucky Old Son. He had a bunch of tunes. I mean, we kept adding tunes to his list. I bet you there was about 30 songs he sang, huh, Peter?
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
It's one of the few shots we got of the outside of the club.
Yeah.
And that balcony is still there. It's the same balcony, the same facade, but everything behind the facade is new.
I'm looking at the sign next to us. Was it called? I guess it was called Andy's at that time, huh?
Right.
Yeah.
You
'Cause it went-
remember that, Billy?
Oh yeah, Andy's, and then it became Clarity.
Right.
Roger took it over.
And before it was Andy's, it was called the Intellect.
Mhm. There was a guy that used to play at Andy's, Les Moore.
That's more. I remember him.
Yeah.
Folk player.
Yeah.
Hmm.
That'd be a great
better
name.
snacks at Andy's.
Less
Oh, it
is
was-
more.
Les Moore was the guy's name. He played for a long time.
He was very good too.
He played a lot of original music.
Look, I remember in Andy's, I remember seeing the guy that, what's the guy's name? What's the song he wrote? Famous guy. The guy that wrote Mr. Bojangles.
Oh, Guthrie.
No. What's the guy's name that wrote Mr. Bojangles? I remember seeing him in there playing.
Pete Seeger.
Yeah, Jerry Jeff Walker.
Jerry
Oh,
Jeff.
wow.
Okay. Okay.
Jerry Jeff Walker.
I didn't know he wrote Bojangles. Yeah, I know who he is. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
And the famous bathroom, you go into the mustache men's room and go out the other door, you'd end up in Andy's.
Yeah, yeah, and vice versa. Used to have, in fact, we shared the beer cooler with Andy's. And we meet up with their waiters sometimes. I mean, their bartender and all in there.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I wonder what the story was about. It must have all been one place way back when.
Weren't there a lot of places in the French Quarter that shared bathrooms and stuff because all those buildings were so old?
I don't know.
I don't remember.
I always like this picture of I guess it's the New York fire truck.
That's New York. Yeah. Yeah.
Look at
I
little
don't-
Ira.
Who's that on the right, Barry?
I don't know.
He looks familiar. I know him. It's not Drury. I don't know who that is.
Little Ira looks like you get ready to go to work in one of those sadistic gay bars down there.
There's Bill Higbee in the driver's seat. Dave
what?
McLaren's on top.
McLaren looks like a hood ornament up there.
Oh,
What's that
Bill
one?
Higbee.
Ira, where they used to go to the Anvil.
The which one?
It was called the Anvil. It was some gay bar where the guys used to beat the hell out of each other. The Anvil.
Where, in Wildwood?
No, in the lower down in the village.
I don't remember the Anvil.
Didn't Bill Higbee play
Down
left-handed?
Christopher Street. All the leather guys, the leather gay guys would go in there.
Didn't Bill
Ira
Angel.
looks like he's getting ready to go to work there right now.
I don't remember it.
Didn't Bill
Higbee,
Higbee
yeah.
play left-handed?
Yes. His famous line was, I had to jack off this morning to get my heart going again.
Who said that?
Bill Higbee,
Bill Higbee.
Higbee. Higbee was a good guy.
yeah.
He was a left-handed banjo player.
That's right.
Was he the only one?
He's the only one I knew at the mustache. And let me tell you what, at the 87 reunion, we were out under that tent on the bay there.
I remember that.
Down, and he got to the microphone and started, it was the first big reunion of the mustache, 10 years later. And he started singing, "Those Were the Days, My Friend." Everybody started crying.
Yeah, we lost Higbee about 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Wow.
Huh. I just can't figure out who the guy on the right is.
This is a guy you don't know, right?
Hmm?
Who's
That's
on
the guy
top
you
there?
can't figure out.
Right. I don't know who that is.
He's got that big hat, mallet with him.
Bill Higbee was the first band leader I saw in the New York club when I came up the first time. He was
Yeah,
a-
and then Ron Fuller got rid of him and hired Mike Swan.
And when I came back, it was Mike Swan. Yeah, Mike
Yeah.
Swan. That's right. And end of 72 was Mike Swan.
Yep.
And Mike Swan was good, but he wasn't a mustache guy.
No, not at all. Not at all.
I mean, he'd get through those show tunes. He was good with the show tunes. He started like a My Fair Lady medley or an Oklahoma medley
Mhm.
or a South Pacific medley or Guys and Dolls medley, a Hello
Here's-
Dolly medley. That's in the balcony of the mustache.
Yeah, that's the balcony of the mustache.
Wow.
After it
After
became
was the mustache.
after it
When
became
was
a
that
restaurant.
taken? When was that taken?
One of our mini reunions. Maybe 10 years ago, 15 years ago.
Well,
Yeah.
everybody's still on the Zoom today.
Yeah, we just decided to get together at the old Mustache and have dinner on the balcony.
Wow.
In the back. So we got Billy, Rick's wife,
Sandra.
Sandra,
Sandra, and then who else?
That's Bonnie and
Bonnie and
Dottie.
Dottie.
Bonnie
Right.
and Dottie.
Then Barry, and I don't know the two next to you, Barry.
That's David.
That's
and
me,
David's wife.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Boy, that
David and
balcony
Karen.
looks nice with the canopy and the lanterns.
Yeah.
Yeah, it didn't look that way when we had it.
Yeah.
Well, the only time we used it was Mardi Gras.
Yeah.
Really? It was empty all year round?
Yep.
It did just nothing but storage upstairs. I mean, it was storage and we put extra beds up there for the guys coming in from out of town for Mardi Gras.
Yeah.
Now Fred used it in the back. He had a back office there for a while.
Mhm.
I don't know how that came about, but
Yeah. Yeah. That was a nice day though. We all got together and David and Karen moved, but usually when Tom and Emily come to town, we try to get together.
That's Higby. And then Higby and I don't know who that is in the middle. Who's the banjo player next to Higby in the middle?
You got me. It's too small.
Yeah.
That's what I told my girlfriend before the bed broke.
Wow.
Too
Is that some
small.
of Roger's, Tom?
No, they came from Bill. Yeah, that was from Bill McLernan.
Oh, John McLaren?
I don't know why I have Bill McLernan in there. I think it was John.
Yeah.
McLernan's been quiet for a while. He used to give a commentary each week.
Yeah.
Yeah, he used to give me shit about different stuff.
Well, John's the real historian.
Yes.
Dash and Red Garter lore.
Mhm.
Yeah, he is. He's good. I mean, he's very, very good as far as knowing the details.
And he did Red Garter up in Wildwood for years, every summer for years.
Yeah. I think he played the Point Pleasant Club too.
Could be.
Where does he live now?
Jersey.
Okay.
He lives by Franny Smith, somewhere around there.
Okay, well, it's past 6 o'clock and I'm getting hungry.
Yeah.
Was
Okay.
it?
All right, guys.
Okay, guys, next week, we on next
Yeah.
week?
Yeah,
Yeah, we'll see
I'll
y'all
send the
next
thing
week.
out.
y'all take care.
Okay. Be
Stay
safe.
there.
Y'all next
Bye-bye.
week. All right,
Yes,
Peter.
sir.
Hope to see you next week.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll try.
I'll talk to you, Billy. I need to talk to you about the pictures and
Reunion,
stuff.
the thing for Jeff, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
Okay, guys, see you next
Bye,
week.
y'all.
bye-bye.